You ever wake up one day and think, what if I threw away all logic, strategy and common sense and try to beat Pokemon Emerald using only the absolute worst Pokemon the game gives you right away? No? Just me? Cool! Today we're answering a question that nobody asked for, but I'm forcing on you anyway. Can you beat Pokemon Emerald using only Pokemon from Route 101? Let's ruin my life and find out. Before we dive in, we need some rules because chaos is fun, but structure is content. Rule number 1, level cap. Each gym is a checkpoint, and I can't overlevel my Pokemon to steamroll through the game like an 8-year-old with a level 100 Swampert. Rule 2, no items in battle. That means no potions, no revives, no full restores when things get spicy. Held items are fine, I'm not trying to make this impossible, just emotionally devastating. Rule 3, only Route 101 Pokemon. That's Zigzagoon, Wurmple, and Poochyena. No starters, no cheating, no fun. Got it? Good. Let's begin the regret spiral. Like all great stories, this one begins with me trapped in the back of a moving truck. Am I moving into a new house or being abducted? The line is blurry. We roll into Little Root Town where my dad has left literally everything for Mom to unpack. He also left a clock because setting your own time builds character apparently. After that, I do the natural thing and break into my neighbour's house.
FBI, open up!
There I meet their daughter May and get caught trying to casually rob her room. Also, shout out to that orange GameCube in the corner. I'll be back for you, sweet prince. Outside, I find Professor Birch being mauled by a Zigzagoon. Tragic. I briefly consider minding my own business, but peer pressure gets me, so I rummage through his bag and grab a Torchic. Why Torchic? Because I have a plan. A loose, poorly constructed, barely coherent plan, but a plan nonetheless. After saving his life, Birch drags me back to his lab and rewards me by asking me to go find his daughter again. Sure, okay then. I track down May, she says hi, then immediately tries to throw hands. She throws out her Mudkip and I send it straight to the Shadow Realm. Easy.
I hear the Shadow Realm's lovely this time of year.
Back at the lab, Birch gives me a Pokedex and says, go catch every Pokemon in the region. To which I say, nah, I'm good. I'll just be catching 3 Pokemon in a patch of grass 10 seconds away from your house. Thanks. May gives me some Pokeballs, probably out of pity, and now the challenge can officially begin. We start our epic journey on Route 101, where we run into the first of 3 majestic beasts. It's a Poochyena. We catch it immediately because, of course we do, and give it the only name that makes sense.
Randy Orton, you son of a gun!
With that noble task complete, it's time to say goodbye to our starter Torchic. It deserves a free and fulfilling life in the wild. Oh, it came back. Well, I guess it can rot in PC Purgatory forever. Next up, our second catch, Zigzagoon.
And his name is John Jenna.
And then it's time for our final Route 101 friend, the one, the worm, the legend, Wurmple. We call this one
Manimal Baptista.
But wait, Wurmple's a wild card. It can evolve into 2 different Pokemon, so we catch another. This one?
Golden Dust.
That's right, 2 Wurmples, double the drama, double the protein. And with our squad of legends assembled, it's time to do what you actually clicked this video for. See if this cursed team can beat the game. But first, a quick evolution detour. Wurmple evolves at level 7, so we grind like it's a mobile gacha game and get Baptista into a Cascoon. And then also Golden Dust into a Silcoon. First try, no resets, RNG gods, thank you. We stroll into Petalburg City ready to confront our deadbeat dad, but before I can emotionally unload, this kid Wally shows up radiating main character energy. He's like, my parents said I can have a Pokemon if a stranger supervises me, so now I'm stuck babysitting him while he flails around and catches a Ralts. Fantastic, love that for me. Dad then turns to me and goes, you're not strong enough to fight me yet. Go to Rustborough, which is dad speak for, you're mid, son. Fine, off we go to Rustboro City, land of rocks and rejection. But first, we're ambushed by Team Aqua Grunt in Petalburg Woods, who clearly skipped villain orientation. One John Chenna headbutt later, he's down bad. Oh, and since both Cascoon and Silcoon evolve at level 10, we hit that sweet XP grind. Baptista becomes the majestic, tanky Dustox. And Golden Dust spreads those fabulous wings as Beautyfly. Now our squad is fully evolved, emotionally unstable and ready to rumble. Next stop, our first gym badge. Now, Roxanne runs a rock-type gym. Luckily for us, rock is weak to grass, and guess who just learned Absorb when they evolved? That's right, Golden Dust. He's beautiful, he's deadly, and he sparkles. Roxanne starts off strong with the Geodude, but one Absorb later and deleted. Another Geodude, also deleted. We are feasting. Then comes a race, Nose Pass. Same move, same plan, same result. Oh. That thing lived. And now I'm dead. One Rock Tomb later, Golden Dust is down. Well, suddenly this got real. I send out Baptista, our noble tank. I know Poison Sting won't do much, but if I can land that poison, and I do, we're in business. Baptista eventually goes down like a true legend. Now I'm out here with John Chenna and no actual plan. Headbutt? Useless. So I switch to Tail Whip, hoping to weaken Nosepass's defense. But Nosepass starts using Harden. So now we're just whipping tails at a literal wall. Amazing. Eventually, Chenna faints and it's all up to our boy, Randy Orton. I go for Bite. Decent damage. Poison's still ticking. It's so close. And one final bite. Boom! Down goes Nosepass, and we get our first badge, the Stone Badge. Honestly, that was way closer than I expected. Is this foreshadowing? Probably. Now, before I can celebrate, I get dragged into yet another problem that isn't mine. Yeah, remember that Team Aqua Grunt from before? He's back. So I chase him down, beat him again, and rescue this old man's bird. Yes, his actual bird. And what's my reward? A new title! Unpaid delivery boy! Suddenly I'm the Royal Mail of Hoenn. Everyone's just like, hey, random child, can you deliver a letter to Dewford Town? Sure, why not? I didn't have a whole personal journey going on or anything. Just as I'm trying to leave, May pulls up like, hey bestie, let's battle. So I'm like, cool, let's... Wait, is that a Torkoal? Where did she get that from? Whatever. John Chenna headbutts it into submission while it spams curse every turn. Whew, this turtle is angry. Then comes a Mudkip, and now's the perfect time to explain something. Remember when I said I wanted her to have Mudkip? Here's why. Golden Dust will always have a grass move like Absorb. Soon, spoiler alert, we're getting an electric move too. So Mudkip, easy clap. Trico and Torchic though, big problemo. No fire or water on our team. So strategic choice. May has Mudkip, and that's just how we like it. We absorb it into oblivion. Now that everyone's done interrupting my vibe, we finally set sail to Dewford Town and hand deliver that dumb letter to Stephen. While we're here, we train a bit, and guess what? Randy Orton evolves into my Diana. Now he's stronger, meaner, and still slightly confused. Time for Gym 2, Brawly, the fighting type gym. This one should be easy. Baptista knows confusion, super effective. Both Baptista and Golden Dust also have Gust, also super effective. So I'm feeling confident. First up, Machop. 2 confusions and he's out cold. Next up, Meditite. Since it's part psychic, I switch to Gust, and 2 gusty slaps later, it's gone. Then comes Brawly's ace, Makuhita. I open with confusion, and it doesn't do much. So I try Gust. Better, but barely. Then he uses Bulk Up, twice. Now I'm sweating. This could turn into Gym 1 all over again. But then, he hits like a wet noodle. One more confusion confuses him, and he knocks himself out. Baptista sweeps, we get the Knuckle Badge, that's how it's done. 2 badges down, and we're off to Slayport in search of Gym 3. I drop off the parcel like a good little delivery boy, and surprise! Team Aqua jumps us again. Golden Dust steps up, drains the life out of Grunt 1 with Absorb like it's rent day, and Grunt 2 goes down the exact same way. Easy. Then their boss strolls in and casually calls his own grunts simps. had to pause. Like, I wasn't ready for that level of villain disrespect. Like, sir, you didn't have to go that hard. Anyway, Team Aqua dip, and we bump into May. Again. Golden Dust deletes Alambre from existence. John Chainer headbutts Slugma back into the lava I crawled out of. And then we finish off a Marsh Stomp with another Absorb. But before I can even trash talk, she just bikes away into the distance like a Studio Ghibli character. Like, you could have at least offered me a ride. We're going in the same direction. I could stand on the back. We could have had a moment. Rude. We finally make it back to Morville City, ready for the third gym. But not before Wally shows up out of nowhere, challenging me with his one Ralts. Golden Dust blinks on Ralts' feints. Wally gets dragged home by his uncle, as he should. Now, here's the issue. Watson is an electric type gym, and our team, yeah, we've got no ground moves, and half of them are flying types. We're basically holding metal rods during a lightning storm. We start training and Chainer hits level 20, but we don't evolve him. Why? Because he learns Mud Sport at 21, which weakens electric attacks. Also, he gets Flail at 33 if we don't evolve him early, so this raccoon has a plan. Trust it. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's take on Watson. Look, I'm just gonna get to the point. We lost. Yeah, we lost bad, okay? That's just what happened. It wasn't close, and I don't want this video to be 3 hours long, so yeah, we lost. So naturally we go gambling. I head to the Morville Casino. I'd love to grind coins like a true champion of luck and RNG, but I've got a life, so we just buy the TMs for Psychic and Thunderbolt. Baptista learns Psychic, Chainer learns Thunderbolt. Power unlocked. Do I expect this to work? No. Am I gonna try anyway? Absolutely. Oh, and yes, I accidentally overleveled Chainer by 1 level. Calm down, perfectionists. Run's ruined. Cry about it in the comments, I know. Second try. Volt Orb immediately blows itself and Chainer up again. Classic. We send in Golden Dust, try to poison Magneton and fail miserably. Orton comes in with some good bites, lands a few sand attacks, but still gets zapped and paralyzed. Baptista spams Psychic again and gets fried. Loss number 2. I try a few more times off camera, still can't win, but no! I refuse to let Watson beat me. We grind the whole team up to the next level cap, 29, and it's time for revenge. Volt Orb opens up with self-destruct again, but this time Chainer barely lives and gets off a Mud Sport before going down. Orton takes out Electrike with some solid bites, but then Magneton shows up and paralyzes him immediately because it's Satan. So I send in Golden Dust and Whirlwind Magneton away like the coward I am, and in comes Manectric. The ace. Baptista starts throwing out Psychic like he's got a degree in mental warfare and actually takes him down. What a legend. Now it's Baptista versus Magneton. Final round. It's all on Psychic now. 1 lucky crit lands, but Magneton's still alive. He hits us back. We survive by a thread. We need 1 more hit. He's faster. I'm praying to Arceus that he misses. He doesn't. We lose again. But we're so close. So we go again. This time, it's different. Volt Orb goes boom, Electrike taken out, Manectric bitten to death by Randy Keith Orton. That just leaves Magneton. He's paralyzed, we've got Baptista and Orton left. I'm spamming Psychic like my life depends on it. 1 hit, 2 hits. Magneton gets paralyzed. Critical hit. 1 final Psychic and we win! It took multiple losses, level cap cheese, TMs from a casino, and the emotional stamina of a Victorian orphan. Did we cheat? I mean, well, yeah, we did. We just did. But hey, if you can beat Watson with this team without overleveling, be my guest. I'll be in the comments with popcorn. Now that the wall of electricity is behind us, we finally get to continue our journey. We grab Dig from the Fossil Maniac's brother. Absolute MVP for casually handing out one of the best TMs in the game. Cheers, King. And then it's time to crash Team Magma's little volcano cosplay meetup. Now look, I know both Magma and Aqua are technically bad, but Magma's over here trying to explode an actual volcano. Like, hello? Wildlife? Consequences? So, yeah, I think I'm on Team Aqua right now. Fight me. Anyway, we take on Maxi and his big angry camel. A couple of gusts later, Camerupt goes down like a bad Tinder date and we walk away winners. So we pack our bags and head to Lava Ridge Town to take on Gym 4. But thanks to the tiny overleveling incident from Watson's trauma arc, Some of our team is now just slightly above the level cap. Like 1 or 2 levels. It's fine, we're learning. Probably. First up is Numal. I lead with Golden Dust, a grass type against a fire type. Sounds dumb, but Numal's park ground, so Mega Drain is super effective. Big brain moment. 3 drains later, and it's out of here. Next is Slug My Balls. Yes, I'm old. Yes, I do still say that sometimes. And Orton digs a shallow grave for him in one shot. If we had dig for Watson, we wouldn't have needed therapy, but it is what it is. Camerupt rolls in again, another dig, another KO. And finally, Torkoal shows up, and I'm expecting a real fight. But no, critical dig. Done. Honestly, easiest gym so far. Overlevel or not, Orton just soloed the Fire Nation. Heat badge acquired. And now, it's time. The next gym leader is Dad. That's right, we're gonna battle our own father. It's given anime trauma and unresolved issues.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
We roll into Norman's gym. He leads with Spinder. Baptista 2-shots it with Psychic. Easy. Next up, Vigoroth. I bring in Orton. Dig. Bite. It goes down. But now the Beast. Slacking. The plan? Spam Protect. Stall his lazy turns. Yeah, it's cheese, but it's aged cheddar. Then I forget hyper potions exist, so our plan is out the window. Chainer tries to clutch, but 1 facade later, gone. Golden Dust is last. GG. Round 1 to Dad. Let's do that again. Attempt 2, Baptista wipes Spinder again. This time, Norman throws out Slacking early. Protect Cheese? Actually works this time. We swap to Golden Dust, paralyze him, then Whirlwind to Vigoroth instead. Vigoroth leaves us at 1 HP. And then finishes the job. Baptista comes back in and cleans up. Then it's Lanoon. It takes out Baptista, Orton comes in, Quick Claw doesn't pop. Twice. Then it does, Bite hits, and Lanoon's down. Last up, Slacking. Chainer goes down, so we dig spam with Orton. Tiny damage, and Hyper Potion hits. We only have 6 PP left. But we hit all 6 digs. Slacking's in the red, Bite lands, and down he goes. We did it! We beat our dad! Emotional damage? Minimal. Physical damage? Considerable. Respect gained? Probably not much. But hey, balance badge secured. Onward. On our way to the next gym, we run into Team Aqua again. We wipe the floor with them again, and for our efforts, we're given a cast form. Yay. Before we can get any further though, May shows up once more. Okay, let's do this dance again. We lead with Golden Dust, and they absolutely demolish both Slug My Balls and Lombre. And then even Marsh Stomp goes down in one shot. Honestly, Golden Dust is the official May deleter at this point. No notes.
I am inevitable.
She gives us Fly for winning, which is nice, and more importantly, John Chainer finally hits level 33, learns Flail, and evolves into Lanoon. That's the final evolution for the whole team. Let's go! Next up, the 6th gym and our sky-high showdown with Winona. We make a quick detour to the abandoned ship near Slateport and snag the one thing that might change everything for the next fight. Ice Beam. We teach it to John Chainer and head back to Winona, ready to battle. Swablu, easy. Tropius, 2 Ice Beams, doesn't even touch us. Palapa, 1 Thunderbolt, crit, deleted. Next is Skamori. Not weak to ice, so we bring in Golden Dust for the stun. And it misses. And down he goes. We're saving Chainer for Altaria, so we send in Orton. All we've got is Bite, so we start spamming. We get 2 flinches in a row, let's go. But Winona pulls another Hyper Potion, and we're in trouble. Both down to red, Orton's left with 1 HP, and just misses the KO. Baptista hops in to clean it up, and now it's time for the final showdown. Chainer versus Altaria. First Ice Beam, critical hit. Drops it to red. 1 more, boom. Altaria goes down. Chainer is the MVP. Ice Beam is the hero we didn't know we needed. And just like that, we pick up our 6th badge, the Feather Badge. With that, we head to Mount Pyre, snag Shadow Ball, and teach it to Randy Orton, because if anyone deserves a spooky new move, it's the Viper. We also clear out Team Aqua, grab Giga Drain, and hand that to Golden Dust to make them even more of a drain tank. Outside the department store, May blocks the entrance like it's Black Friday and she's guarding the last TV. So we battle, and one Giga Drain followed by an aerial ace sends her packing. After that, we crash the magma base where Maxi, in his infinite wisdom, decides to wake up a literal ancient monster. Nice, real smooth. One quick battle later and Maxi's all...
What have I done?
And runs off after Groudon, the mad lad. Now it's back to Slayport, where the chaos continues. Team Aqua steals a submarine in broad daylight and we follow them to their very subtle, not-so-secret base. They sail away again and finally we make it to Moss Deep to take on the 7th gym. Please, no more detours. Tate and Liza, are a double battle duo with that we finish each other's sentences energy. They lead with Claydol and Xatu against Randy Orton and Golden Dust. Claydol's the main threat here, so we try to focus on that first. Unfortunately, I didn't account for the sheer power of Psychic Spam. Golden Dust goes down early, followed by Baptista, and then an Earthquake takes out Chena. We do take out Claydol, but a Flamethrower from Solrock wipes out the last of our team. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try again. After several brutal retries, I finally figure out the strat. We stun Claydol early and Prey Paralysis does its thing. We then spam Shadow Ball with Orton to drop Xatu fast. Baptista becomes our Protect Sponge, tank and hits so Orton can keep doing his thing. After that, it's just cleanup duty. Solrock falls, then Lunatone, and finally, with a stunned Claydol all alone, we ping pong Protect and Shadow Ball until it's all over. That's badge 7, just one more to go. Or should I say, just one more to go. What? I'm allowed one pun, get over it. No, we hate you! But first, we've got to stop Team Magma from exploding a volcano to make more land, which somehow makes less sense the more I think about it. Like, do they know how volcanoes work? And while they're being dumb, I remember Team Aqua wants to flood the world, which would literally kill everyone, so yeah, evil scale just tipped way back in Aqua's direction. But I'm still Team Aqua. Then we get the stare down of the century. Groudon and Kyogre squaring off on a tiny patch of ocean rock. Still not really sure how Groudon even got out there. Like, what's the play here, big guy? Kyogre is literally in its element. Anyway, I'm told to find Rayquaza to break it up, so I hike to Sky Pillar, find it chilling like it just woke up from a nap, and give it the nudge. Then we head back and Rayquaza pulls the classic dad's home routine, flies in, flexes once, and both Groudon and Kyogre go back to their rooms without dinner. World end and crisis averted. And with that, it's time to head into the 8th and final gym. Love Disc goes down to 2 Thunderbolts, easy. We swap into Golden Dust for Whiscash, 1 Giga Drain and it's out of here. Celio's next, and 1 massive Thunderbolt wipes it. Crodont comes out, so we bring in Baptista. 3 Silver Winds later and it finally drops. Last up is Kingdra. Baptista tags in, lands the poison. I waste a Protect on a Hyper Potion, throw out a Psychic, and then rest. Barry wakes it up, I miss Toxic, and now we're down to Randy Orton, who immediately eats an Ice Beam. Well, attempt 2. Love Disc, down. Whiscash, down. Celio, down. Kingdra, down. Now it's just Crawdont. And this time... we've got all 8 badges. We power through Victory Road with minimal pain. This guy again? He says, I'm not gonna lose again, I'm gonna win! And he lost. Genuinely not worth showing the fight. This time, we're the ones to walk away, and we arrive at our final challenge, the Elite Four. First up, Sydney and his Dark types. Baptista leads, 2 Silver Winds take out Mightyena. Shiftry comes in, I switch to Golden Dust. Confused again, but 1 Silver Wind deletes it. Absol's next. We stay in, but Golden Dust isn't fast enough, gets hit first and faints. Baptista tags back in, Silver Wind train continues. Cockturn shows up, 1 last Silver Wind and it's out, but now it's Crawdon again, and I'm out of Silver Winds. We swap to Chena and Thunderbolt ends it. 1 down. Next up, Phoebe and a Ghost types. The only things that hurt ghosts are, well, ghosts and dark moves. Good thing Randy Orton has both. The plan? Sweep. Simple. What could go wrong? Dusclops leads, Crunch does big damage, forces a full restore, not a problem. Burnett comes in, Crunch nearly kills it, expecting another full restore, I go Shadow Ball to chip, but it just eats the hit and Grudge activates. I lose all Shadow Ball PP from one move. Great. Also, Dusclops earlier drained some Crunch PP. I'm now working with only 6. I hit Sableye with 1, doesn't even do half damage. Probably because it's also Dark type, so Crunch isn't super effective. Shadow Ball would have been perfect here, but, you know, Grudge. I try Iron Tail instead, and miss. I try again, and miss. And now Sableye takes Orton out. So that changes everything. Chainer tags in, Thunderbolt drops Sableye, Burnett comes out again. I get lucky with Paralysis, but I start wondering, do Elite Four members get 2 full restores? Yeah, she uses the second one. All I can do is spam Thunderbolt. 2 paralyzed turns in a row let me take it down. Last up, Dusclops. I throw out 1 Thunderbolt before Earthquake flattens Chainer. Golden Dust comes out, Giga Drain does some damage, and then I immediately get deleted. It's all on the animal. I go for Toxic, it lands, I somehow tank a Rock Slide with a lot of HP left. Psychic doesn't do much, but Poison's chipping away. I know I can live 1 more Rock Slide, so I do, and then Protect. Poison finishes the job. Phoebe defeated. Next up, Glacier, the Ice Queen of the Elite Four. First out is Celio. A few Iron Tails later and it's down. Not bad, though I took more damage than I'd like. Next up, Glalie. And it goes down in 1 critical hit. We're cooking with cold fire now. Another Celio comes out and I'm not risking Orton this early, so I swap to Chainer. Celio's part water, meaning Zap Zap, Thunderbolt hits hard. Another crit, because why not, and boom, Celio's down 2. What a start! Then comes the second Glalie. I get cocky and belly drum to max attack, and oh, I'm dead. 1 Ice Beam. That's on me. In comes Baptista with the poison strat, and then Glalie explodes. Literally, it self-destructs, and Baptista survives? This thing is built different. Last up is Walrein. I poison it, stall with Protect, and toss out a Psychic for a little extra spice. Then I gamble on Golden Dust. Terrible move. Turns out it's very slow and gets clapped by Ice Beam before it can Giga Drain. Well, all that's left is Orton. If Iron Tail hits and I live just 1 move, we win. Iron Tail connects, Walrein fires back with Surf, and I'm left with 7 HP. Poison ticks, and Walrein goes down. We win with 7 HP left on the field. Now it's time for the hardest challenge. Drake, Dragon type Master. Drake leads with Shelgon, who immediately protects twice in a row like he's trying to be that guy.
Bitch, I'm him.
I finally get an Ice Beam through and he goes down to half health. Second Ice Beam, boom, down. But now I only have 4 PP left. Altaria comes out 4 times weak to ice, right? But Chainer's Ice Beam only does just over half damage. I cry inside. Thankfully, the second Ice Beam finishes it off, but now I've only got 2 Ice Beams left. I need to save them for Salamence. Kingdra enters and I switch to Golden Dust to Giga Drain, but Drake pulls a fast one. He swaps into Salamence, so Giga Drain does absolutely nothing. I panic because I can't bring Chainer back in, he'd die instantly. So I leave Dustin, who gets barbecued by Flamethrower. Back out comes Chainer, Ice Beam nearly deletes Salamence. 1 more hit and down it goes. But Kingdra's back. Chainer's useless here. So Baptista it is. We try to Toxic Stall. I protect, try for the double protect, but it fails. I knew it would, but I had to try. And Orton tags in. Kingdra is still poisoned. I dig to stall out some poison turns. Kingdra Dragon dances, but Poison finishes the job, and now the final boss of this fight, Flygon. If I had Giga Drain or Ice Beam left, this would be easy, but no. So we go Brute Force mode instead. Iron Tail does okay, Earthquake hits like a truck. I can tank 1 more, maybe? I lower Flygon's defense with Iron Tail. Now I have a choice. 1 more Iron Tail and pray, or switch to Crunch and hope Chainer can clean up. None of that matters. Flygon outspeeds and takes me out. Only Chainer remains. Low health, 1 flail, and flail hits! It kills! Chainer with the finisher, Drake is down. And you know who's next. Wallace. It's time. I tried again, and again, and again. Wallace was my wall. My team, basically 2 bugs, 2 dogs, and a dream. So I said, screw the level cap. We're 1 fight away from ending things. I level a squad to 70. Let's end this. Wailord, Thunderbolt, crit, gone. Tentacruel, Baptista tanks a Hydro Pump, hits back with Psychic, crit again, down it goes. Whiscash, Golden Dust drops a Giga Drain for a clean 4 times effective KO. Melodic, still bulky, Thunderbolt chips and I get poisoned. RIP. But Flail from low HP does massive damage. Down goes Wallace's ace. Ludicolo, Silver Wind twice, gone. And the final Pokemon, Gyarados. We use Thunderbolt. It's 4 times effective. It connects, it critical hits, and it kills. John Cena wins it with 3 HP. The Elite Four is done. We are champions. As I look back at this ragtag team in the Hall of Fame, bugs, underdogs, walking memes, I can't help but wonder, could I have done it without overleveling? Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but stick around for the bonus clip at the end of the video. Oh, and what did happen to Team Aqua and Magma? Who cares, I guess. Just don't blow up or drown the world. If you enjoyed this video, the very first on this channel, hit that like button, maybe subscribe if you want more chaotic Pokemon runs, and I'll be back soon with more Pokemon goodness. I've been Heeroh, and enjoy the bonus clip.